Let me ask you about African American voters, the core of President Biden's support in the Democratic Party and essential group for the upcoming election. There are polls there that have shown really sharp drop-offs. In some polls, Trump is polling 2, 3 times what he got in 2016 and 2020 among Black voters. President Biden's approval is down to 50% from the mid 80s a couple of years ago. Is that a communication problem as well, or is something else going on there?
I think there's something else going on there. Look, I saw none of that in South Carolina last weekend. I saw none of that when I was in Texas a couple of weeks ago, when I was in Connecticut last week. I don't see any of that. So why is it showing up? I think a whole lot of that has to do with people responding to those who judge people by their style rather than their substance. You cannot give me one substantive reason why any Black person in this country or in this world would vote for Donald Trump. Give me one substantive reason. And nobody's ever been able to do that for me. And I can tick off all the things, the positives that have been produced by this president that means so much to Black people. The lowest Black unemployment in 40 years, closing the wealth gap for the first time in years, creating all of these 14 million jobs, and you creating this stuff, and so many African Americans with real income, the growth in the economy over 3%, double what anybody thought it would be. How is that a negative for any Black person or white person? All those are positive. So why aren't they giving this president credit? Because people focus on style. And one of the best examples I can give you, and a lot of misinformation. The president talked down in South Carolina on Saturday night about the former president refusing to visit Normandy, the cemeteries at Normandy, when he was in France because it was raining, and then referring to those people buried there as losers and suckers. And then he turned to the mic and said, can you imagine that? He really said that. Can you imagine a sitting president? He didn't call him the sitting president today. He was talking about him being a sitting president at the time he made those comments. Yet the first headline I saw yesterday was saying, is this a sign of senility? Referring to Trump as the sitting president? Come on, that's the kind of foolishness people are getting out here. And I've already had people saying, believe in that stuff. That's
Yeah,
what we're up against here. I don't know why people think that you can't make an honest living by telling the truth and by representing things that really said, yeah, I don't quite understand that.